So it doesn't really matter where you want to look or how you look at it. Not a lot's changed in nearly the last 1,000 to 2,000 years. If you look back in the time of the Romans, it was all bread and circus. And this is essentially the fact that people traded their political power and their free time for cheap food and circus as in a form of entertainment. If you look around today, not much has really changed, has it? We've got fast food that just poisons people, that's got ingredients and chemicals in it that aren't even food, even though half this stuff is allegedly FDA approved, even though it's toxic. It's making you fatter and sicker. It's poisoning the people. As far as entertainment, it's endless. You know, you've got the OnlyFans girls, you've got the cheap streaming TV where we just make seasons of documentaries that go nowhere that you could really do in one episode. You got the doom scrolling, the Facebooking, the TikToking. You got jobs out there. I mean, I'm iffy. I'm on the fence about jobs. I still think that there's good enough money in some of these jobs that, you know, if you're smart with your money and your budget and you put money away, you can get ahead. But most people don't. They kind of just spend everything that they earn because, you know, you got to have the latest iPhone, the latest car. I don't know, it just feels like consumerism is everywhere and they just want everyone distracted so that they can't get ahead. In some ways I get it because, you know, it feels like, not to be like the boomers had it so much easier, rah rah. Yeah, like you could buy a house for 20 grand back then and the purchasing power of money's gone. But I don't know, I feel like if you could find a way to get rid of all these distractions in life, you can still find a way to get ahead, but you know, what's it take and why do people want to use these distractions, you know? Why do they want to use the OnlyFans girls instead of going out and trying to meet women and go on dates? And I'm not even having a shot at the creators of the content. Like, I mean, if people are going to pay for it, whatever, that's one of the oldest professions in the world. Oh, you know, I'm down for people making their money, whatever, but I think the bigger problem is that, yeah, they put all these studies up that this new generation, they're not out there, they're not meeting women, they're not having sex, they're not building relationships. I don't know, it kind of just feels like some doom and gloom type stuff where people go to their shitty little job, they spend what leftover money they have after their bills and budgeting, if they're smart enough to put together a budget and avoid credit cards, and they just spend it all on cheap entertainment and shitty food. And that's not to say that there's not a way out of this, you know, like, not to say I found myself in that situation, but, you know, if you're in debt, there's help out there, guys. Like, just do the basics, YouTube how to build a budget. And when you have that surplus money, put it on your debt, work extra shifts, get an extra job. It's not going to be easy, it's going to suck, and I can already hear someone in the comments going, oh, let's go. I don't really care, you know, it's either life is going to be what you decide to make of it. And that's the other trap everyone falls into that whole doomer thing, is that they all think it's pointless and it's for nothing, and the nihilism kind of comes in, you know, what is the point, this is just miserable, blah blah blah. But yeah, life is what you make of it. If you want to do something and you want to achieve something hard enough, I think there's a way to go about it, learn the skills to do the thing. I don't know, if you say you want to earn $100,000 a year, I look up the 20 easiest career paths to get in to earn that money and find one that interests you and study it. Or go the other way. You don't want to work for the man, you're against all that, go and start a business. It's probably going to be a bit harder in the start, but it can be done. You know, you can do $100 grand a year by mowing lawns. I know, I've done this before. You know, if you start a service-based business, you can do that. It's hard work, but you can get there. I guess what I want for people out of this video is to kind of maybe just take a second to stop and think, where is my time going? If my time is the new form of currency, what am I spending that currency on? Is it going towards something valuable? And if not, maybe look at what you can do to start putting it towards something valuable. Learn a new skill, pick up that old hobby, play the guitar, you know, even these hobbies that seem like a pointless thing. It's not. You know, getting those creative juices flowing, that's not in any way a bad thing. You'd be better off to spend time doing that than to endlessly scroll. So yeah, I don't know, guys, bit of a weird one, bit of just late night thoughts. Just put the phone down, get off the social media, get away from the porn, get away from all those distractions, get away from consumerism, stop selling your data so that Amazon can sell you the next big thing. And maybe think about what you want out of life and try and put a plan together to build that dream life for yourself in the next 5 to 10 years. Or whatever, don't. I don't know, it doesn't bother me, it's whatever. If you got anything out of this video, feel free to give it a like. That really does help push this channel out to the algorithm. As always, I would appreciate it if you agree with this topic, or if you don't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Does any of it matter? Alright guys, until the next one.